public safety community has always been very well served with high quality voice communication and narrowband data. But as with the rest of the world, the move is towards broadband, and the best possible solution for broadband for public safety and so many other markets is LTE. Traditionally, public safety and other critical communications users have been used to having high quality, high availability, highly resilient and available services. And so the challenge for LTE is to match that kind of availability, quality and resilience in times of crisis, which is one of the reasons why we're concerned that simply using traditional carrier models for delivery of critical communication services may not be enough, because as you know, those are the services that get overloaded and are not reliable and resilient in the times of crisis, exactly when emergency services and other critical users need them. So we're working very closely in 3GPP and also in ETSI to define and deliver the standards that will support the kind of services and reliability, security and availability that LTE will have to have if it's going to be man enough for the critical communications job. Yeah, for the longer term, I mean, we're seeing very much initially that because the emergency services and other critical users, as I was saying, have very good, reliable and resilient and capable voice services right now with technologies such as Tetra, there's no need in the short term at least to replace those. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. So longer term, possibly VoLTE or other voice technologies for LTE will be valuable additions, but primarily for now it's broadband data and particularly video and other applications that the critical comms users are pressing for urgently. And so those are going to be the first to be delivered over LTE. Critical communications is not a huge ecosystem in its own right. You know, there are 5 billion mobiles out there today. Perhaps 50 million users is the representative worldwide critical comms market. So unless and until we can deliver that as a common standardized ecosystem to the LTE world, we're not of enough interest to make the whole standardization and also the delivery of spectrum for critical communications valuable. So very much so, we're aiming and intending for a single common global standard that will support critical communications over LTE. Well, it's very interesting for me personally and also for our community, because of course we're the new boys on this scene. You know, traditionally, as I was saying, the critical communications world has focused on its own narrowband and bespoke technologies, albeit standardized, such as Tetra, in the States P25 and so on. So this is a whole new learning experience for us, understanding the LTE ecosystem, the LTE world. So I'm meeting and talking to a whole bunch of people that I've never heard of, let alone met before, and starting to have them understand our world and have us more engaged in their world. Definitely be here next year, because as we are this year, we're going to align our critical communications broadband group meeting, which happens on Thursday this week here in Amsterdam, and we'll do the same thing next year. So kill two birds with one stone, be at LTE World Summit and come to CCBG.